what you do about saying anything that's coming up. You go, shoot.
You ruined that one.
That's a problem.
Yeah, but on the show, all that's contained into the script, and you're part of what they pay us to do is to get it right.
They also edit with what you say, so you have to pretty much say what's written. Because they're kind of, they're a guy in the booth kind of snapping, and that's telling the guy when to change the buttons of the 3 cameras, and so they kind of edit and then clean it up after. But I do know, I think just aired maybe a little bit, was the telling the thing about Jack raping me to JJ, which is the saddest thing from Mary Beth Evans. I would never do that in a million years. But, and even that, I don't really remember the Jack raping. It was 100 years ago. I'm sure my pantyhose did not even belong. That was back in the day of Total Support Hose. And there was one other episode a while back where my daughter, Stephanie, I think got raped or something on the show. Jack raped Caleb. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Well, because, I was married to him.
I didn't remember that either.
Yeah. And he tried to poison me, but it was really just to get me off to have my first baby. He's now 26.
I remember that. I remember all that.
You remember that?
Oh yeah, I've been watching it since I was a kid.
Patch's baby was my daughter when I was pregnant, and she's 23. So
Is it weird to film Christmas in August?
I think now it doesn't seem as weird.
It doesn't seem as weird.
Before, when it was closer, I think it seems weird because you were over it
Well,
by the time you had your own holiday.
Yeah.
This is so far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was. I mean, we shoot out secretly, far ahead, all of that. And if you're doing a movie about Christmas, you shoot it in May. So it's never really quite as off as it might seem. We do things so quickly that you don't really get the holiday feel. Back in the days when we actually did Christmas shows,
you wear it out.
Yeah.
Wear it out. Yeah. But now, and the decorations are really all the same. Year to year.
Yeah.
That same little dopey Santa in the hospital, or the snowman, or whatever.
All the same stuff. Yeah.
So
But it used to be more. It used to be, like Christmas. It used to be a special kind of thing, and you kind of get in the spirit of the day, and everybody. And it was close to Christmas, so everybody was. You could hand out gifts, and people were bringing in cookies.
But they take at least 14 weeks off a year now.
Yeah.
So it's a lot. It's a lot. It's really fast. We do like 130 pages a day. It's really fast, and you're really far ahead, and there's all this time off. And then people like us, we have a lot of time off anyway. And so, us, the cops, and the head of the hospital.
Yeah.
But that's okay. That's fun too.
Well, it's so nice you're back on the show.
Yeah, so we're like all of us.
But we've
like
known each
family.
other for so many years, and with several other
28
years, and with several other people. So it does become like family. It's people you grew up with, essentially.
So I always think going to work is really just another opportunity to talk.
Catch up.
It's a day of talking and catching up.
It's
fun. Really, I feel very super blessed. Like I always feel like that. Like I'm so lucky to have.
Yeah, I agree.
And I meet a lot of actresses or actors, and the stumbling along and trying to make cobble together your income and all that. I think we were very lucky to stumble into Days of Our Lives in the 80s and given that opportunity, and that it's still going on. Look at Bill and Susan Hayes to be, or Peggy, to be 80 and don't be that age, to be older. And to still be so viable.
Yes, and there's really no other medium where you could play the same character for that long and come back and go and come.
Yeah. It's never, although I suspect soaps are going to go on for a time, but I'm one of the few optimistic in that way. But it's not going to happen again. You're not going to see a form. Basically it's a 7 or 8 year run of a nighttime show, maybe a play if we're in one might run for a few seasons. That sort of thing is not going to happen again. Bill and Susan on the cover of Time magazine back in the 70s.
Right.
And they're still extremely vital to the show. And that's so important. And the show should be given credit for that too. For keeping people around and understanding.
And the family.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think that's a Ken Corday thing.
Yeah, and I think Ken's very, very instrumental in that. and knowing that the audience is drawn to specific people, specific characters, and they see us as a family. I think it's great.
Do you get protective of your character for playing it so long?
We're seeing good things about it.
Do you want me to hold it, or are you getting
I
tired?
have to say, that's one of the reasons that I ended up leaving the show originally, which wasn't really my choice. But what happened was, when Patch died, who I felt was like the love of my life.
Gotta wrap it up.
They barely had me go to his grave. I don't think I even went to the grave. And Charlie Shaughnessy, Patsy Pease had left. So we were two halves of super couples, of that time. And they don't do that really anymore. And
listen to these two; they know it.
Yeah.
They know what they're talking about.
And so I said, I don't believe that. I don't think that she would do that. And so I was so fighting for this integrity of the character. And then my contract, I was in negotiations with my contract. The regime changed in the middle of that, and he was kind of like, well, see you later then. Yeah. And I was like, well, I didn't really want to leave.
Is it hard for you to come back to step back into those shoes, or is she just like?
But I thought I would be there forever, so I was shocked at the time to leave. But it actually was a great thing for me because I went on to General Hospital for 7 years. I was doing as a real turns for 6 years. I mean, to go to New York for 6 years was so fun. I loved that. But then to come back, I remember I'd been gone for 15 years. And when I made that first phone call to the mother, it was like, "Hi, this is Kayla." I was like, "Wow, that is so weird." But great. I mean, that's what's so nice. And these characters have they're really so much of us. And I have matured as a woman. I have my grown children now. All those things that help me with the characters, the children that I have on the show, the relationships that I have, bring that with you.
Is there anything coming up for Amy Kayla you can tease preview?
Not together. But whenever we are together, we're like,
we gotta play that.
Play that underline.
But yeah, not for us.
We keep teasing with each other. Hopefully the audience.
Thank you so much.
All right, good to see you guys.
Thank you.